some people tend to think that when you work in circles like these, media, entertainment, acting, unaeka faith kando, you know.
Unaiacha home ukienda job,
No,
you know.
unaiacha nje and stuff like that. But as the woman that you are, and speaking from a place of grace that you carry with you, and just this class that you carry with you, what role has your faith played to get you where you are? And have there been any challenges where you're like, what? Maybe my faith in Angalio Vibaya or something like that. What's your story around that?
About my faith, I mean, it's been grace. It's been God. Like you can only be where I am because it's God. Because since I was born, I've faced so many. Let me say, maybe I was being fought for what was coming and for who I was going to be and for my purpose. So I didn't mention my mom passed on when I was 11.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. So since then, and then I had a stepmom, and life wasn't really good. And I remember the time I really got to understand what faith is, who God is. He's looking after me. He's taking care of me. No matter what I'm going through, is when I was in high school. That's when I joined the CU. And our patron, God bless soul, Mr. Asuga, he really held our hands. And as a young woman, where I could run to is this faith. And I remember asking him, what is faith? As in, I need to experience faith. I need to know, I need to learn how. I hear people saying, you putting your life in God's hand. Yo, I can't see this God. You know, I just know we pray, we do stuff, but this is the first time I purposely wanted to experience him, and it's because of what I was going through. And I felt like this is the only person I can run to. This is the only person. And I remembered him telling me, you can be free with God. You can tell him when you're angry. You can tell him when you're happy. You can tell him your frustrations. As in, he's your father. He's your friend. He's this close person that you can tell anything and everything. And he's taking care of you. So it has really taken his hand for me to be here. And I think everywhere I go, as in, there's just favor oozing around me, and it can only be him. Even the auditions that I've been in, sometimes, you know, people talk about connections. I don't think mine is connection. It's just you walk in and people love you. You walk in and people are just like, she's the one. You walk in and, as in, you walk in, when you have his presence, oh my God, I'm preaching. When you have his presence, you walk in and grace commands stuff. People that don't like you will work in your favor, even them without knowing, you know, because he loves you. You just, as in, just me accepting him has,
it's been a life changer, yeah?
As in, he's just so amazing. And it's been something for me. Like, I can't imagine my life without Christ. I can't imagine. Like, I keep on telling my friends, sasa, when I face challenges, I'm always like, kasingekuwa saved, kasingekuwa na God, ningekuwa naambia nani? You know, because I'll tell my friends, but sometimes they don't maybe have the money or the capacity to help me. But the fact that I know there's someone who is working behind the scenes for me, even when I can see stuff. There's this song that says, he's working even when I don't feel like it. He's working, he's seeing, he's doing stuff even when I don't feel it. Because sometimes you're like, why am I in this state? But he's working, he's doing stuff, he's setting stuff for you. So that moves me. And also being surrounded with people that love God, because you can't be equally, you need to be equally yoked with people that are your friends. I need people that can encourage me.
Industry.
Yes. Hey. Yes, and also, my husband encouraging me in the Lord. Like, you have to be together so that you're not discouraged, because industry is not easy. It's mulima and mabonde.
Kabisa, I absolutely agree. Also, you spoke earlier about mentorship and how important it is to you, and you started wanting to do this mentorship thing early and very young, and now you've taken it on a bigger scale. Could you please tell us about that as we wind up?
Oh yeah, so I have this platform called Film Connect Africa. It's on Instagram. You can follow, because we have some very important things and very insightful things coming up. So I really love inciting people and just mentoring people, because I believe I had people that I was looking after and at and thinking, these people, if they're there, I can make it, So I want this young girl to see me and to know that I can rise as long as I'm resilient, as long as I'm working hard, as long as I respect who I am, and as long as I guard my dignity as a woman, as a youth. Even young guys, you know, they ask me, how did you get there? And I'm like, you can do it. And this Film Connect, we've already done one successful mentorship at Talanta Institute. It was amazing.
Wow.
Yes, and I was glad. Like, it's so fulfilling when I see girls asking me questions, and I when I get out of stage, they're just like, wow, I can do this, because that's my purpose. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, giving people hope and knowing that you can do this. There is totally nothing that is impossible with you putting your faith forward and involving God, and also knowing that I can do this, because believing in you first is very important.
I absolutely agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
As the year is progressing, what are people going to expect from Celeste that they probably don't know? And I'm not talking about the stuff where we've seen trailers and previews. I'm talking about, what are some of those things you're like, imwaka lazima
watajua wajui
imwaka lazima nifanye, nimeka Mungu mbele, lazima nifanye imwaka. What are some of those things?
Hata tukiweka Mungu mbele, he doesn't like lazy people. Lazima ujisukume.
Yes.
You know, because
yes,
he's given you the whole, you're healthy, you can do stuff, you have your head to think, and you know. So this year really, I want to go back to music, like with the whole of me. And also I really want to do more series and more movies, and also Film Connect Africa, and some content about beauty and, you know, makeup, because we gotta look good.
You know, you're still clearly passionate about, you know, looking good. Also about inspiring people and sharing your talent, and also what you've done to be able to get where you are.
Thank you.
How do we find you on screen, on socials, on everywhere, as we wrap up?
So the Selena, I see it on Showmax. If you want to see a very young girl, because I've changed, your guys. I've grown.
You have grown.
Yes. So Selena is on Showmax. You can binge watch it, and then the latest that I did from last year, I did for 5 months, Elisha, last week. It's called Q. That was one of the best things that I did after baby. It was so amazing, because I felt like I was a totally different person, and I really enjoyed shooting Q. So it's on StarTimes on. You can download it and then binge watch it and have fun.
On socials?
On socials, Celestine Gachuhi on Instagram, Celestine Gachuhi on TikTok, Celestine Gachuhi on Facebook, and then Film Connect Africa on Instagram.
Alrighty.
Yes.
That is where we find how we need to give you your flowers. You've been doing an amazing job. You're an amazing actress. Also, the fact that you're making sure that the next generation of talent is taken care of, and that they're believing in themselves and they know they're worthy. Asante sana for the work you're doing.
Thank you.